It's now the year 2015. I'm still trying to maintain a balance between family life and work. I wanted to further my education, but there was no room for that at the time. Every day felt like a constant cycle, work to home and home to work. Oh yes, and Marsh was still at it with her adorable self. I was still employed in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, but I was removed from my team without any explanation. At first, I was disappointed, but after a few months, I got used to it. The new department I was assigned to, other officers said it was a place they send police when they want to halt your growth in the organization. But to me, it just felt peaceful. Not much work was required, and it wasn't an operational team. All officers were basically required to open and close a gate, and that suited me just fine. I was no longer interested in jumping out of police cruisers with a tall weapon in hand. I just wanted to live, grow old, and watch my kids grow up to see who and what they would become. One early morning, my mom woke me up, telling me that police officers were outside calling my name. I went onto the veranda to see why, and immediately, guns were pointed at me with the command, "Don't move." I quickly told them that I was a police officer. They then asked me to open the grill. I was afraid to move, so I told my mom to give me the keys. I opened the grill, and they escorted me inside and asked if I had a firearm. I told them yes, as I was a licensed firearm holder. The officers then took my firearm and ammunition and brought me to the police station, where they told me that Marsh had been shot and injured at her home, and she claimed that I might have been involved. They asked me for a statement, and I complied. My hands were swabbed for gunpowder residue, and about 2 to 3 hours later, I was allowed to go home. Around 9 hours after that, I was contacted by the same police officers to retrieve my firearm and ammunition. About 5 months later, they confiscated the firearm I had left for safekeeping at my workplace, claiming that a bullet fragment found at the scene matched my licensed firearm. I was in disbelief. I started to think back, trying to determine if there was any possibility someone could have accessed my weapon on the day of the incident. Nothing came to mind, nor did I ever feel that the officers who took my weapon that day would use it to fabricate evidence. So, I thought the officer who told me this must be lying. I went to the Firearm Licensing Authority and filed a report. A year passed, and I received no information regarding my firearm. 2 years passed, and still no updates were given about the ongoing case. Then, in 2016, a supervisor at my department contacted me and told me he had my firearm in a weapons safety box. He went on to say that I should take it to the Firearm Licensing Authority to have it renewed. I went to the FLA, accompanied by a police officer and carrying a sealed envelope with the intention of renewing my firearm license. However, upon arrival, I was informed that the Firearm Licensing Authority would be confiscating the weapon based on information in the sealed envelope. 9 years after the incident in 2015, I was charged with shooting with intent to injure. According to court documents, one bullet fragment found at the crime scene matched my licensed firearm. However, there were also other bullet fragments that did not match my firearm, as well as a magazine found on the scene that did not belong to my weapon.